good morning. So today I have Miquel with us who has over 20 years of experience as a CEO or a decision maker. He has consistently led a team of successful individuals across various organizations. He has had strong focus on profitability and results, which is something that's very important at the end of the day because you want to make sure that your organization is on the right track in order to produce the results that are required by you. Let's welcome Miquel on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom, where he will tell us about his company, where he's currently working, and what he does within the company. Hi, Miquel. How are you doing?
Hi, Manal. How are you? Thank you very much for
Hi.
having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for doing this, Miquel. So, can you tell us about your company, Miquel, what it does?
Yes. I work for Vibia. Vibia is a high-end, modern decorative lighting manufacturer. It's a niche market where very few companies, usually Italian companies or Spanish companies, kind of take the top spots. Vibia is one of the top four companies in this industry. We do beautiful designs, European design. Actually, behind me, I have one of our floor lamps that I thought would be
That's pretty. I like it.
yeah. So Vibia, we have a big presence all over the world, over 100 countries. The US and Canada would be our number one market. And so I'm basically the CEO of in the US and Canada. We have a sales and distribution center here based in beautiful New Jersey. And from here, we kind of take care of all our wonderful customers all over the US and Canada with our sales team, customer service, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been company has been around for close to 40 years.
Wow.
And
Okay. Quite a
I've been with the
while.
company, yeah, quite a while. It's a family-owned company, a great team, both in the US and in the rest of the world. Great team. I've been with the company for 16 years, and it's been a great run. It's been a great run.
That makes sense. And I'm just curious. So, where did the idea for the company come from? Where did the inspiration come from? Because I mean, I understand it's a niche industry, but usually some people don't think of like in extravagant manufacturing industries and everything. So, where did the idea come from?
So, where did they come from to start the company? You mean?
Yes.
So, well, it all started with the founder, like in the 80s. And his partner, they basically you have to have a design sensibility, right? So they were people that were very design inclined and obviously very business oriented, and they really appreciated aesthetics, beauty, and also performance and allowing interior designers and architects to provide the right environment for their applications. So that's how they kind of started. Of course, the company has evolved enormously since the 80s. The current CEO, the global CEO based in Barcelona, he's been in place for, I'm going to say, about 20 years. And he is definitely taking the company to another level where he's been able to, in conjunction with the team and in conjunction with product designers that partner up with us, create new categories of products like modular configurations and be able to evolve the concept of lighting into different areas that honestly that's really been the base of our success in the last 15 years.
That sounds wonderful. And you mentioned that you have prominence over 100 countries and all over the world. What is it like working with such a global, diverse workforce?
Actually, it's great. I can tell you that we have small offices or employees in countries like Spain, obviously, but also Italy, Germany, the UK, Singapore, Dubai, Mexico, and of course Canada and the US. We are like a big family. It's a family-owned company, so it's rather small. So every time that there is an international event, like a trade show, and we all get together, whether it is in Milan or in Frankfurt or in any other of the global events. We all get to see each other, at least some of us, once a year, and it's always like a big celebration and a big party. So it's like seeing old friends again, and because we've all been with the company for so long, because one of the good things of Vibia is that somehow we have been able to develop this pride of working with the brand, loyalty to the brand, this sense of belonging to a proud team that defends the Vivia colors. So you can sense that, you can feel that when we all get together. We've been seeing
That
each
makes sense.
other for like 15, 20 years, and we've seen each other grow and grow old. Honestly, some of us.
That makes sense. I think sense of belonging at the end of the day is something that's so important because you want to feel like you belong to the culture, you want to feel like you belong to the purpose. And I think Wibia must be doing something really well considering people have been sticking with the company for quite a while. Because I think one of the challenges these days specifically is to retain employees because a lot of people are always getting better offers, but usually it's the culture and just the organization's branding that usually keeps those employees from going away. So congratulations on that
Thank
part.
you.
And of course, and Michael, because you've had such a wrong experience when it comes to decision making, working as a CEO, you must have had experience hiring people as well. So can you tell us some tips for people that are seeking jobs in the job industry right now?
Yes, I can tell you that in our case, what I always look for, there are two or three things that are key to me, right? One of them, contrary to popular belief, I rather not bring in people from the industry. I rather bring in people from other industries. I understand that everybody thinks it's easier to go join a competitor or go to a different company in the same industry. And yes, in certain ways it's easier at the beginning, but I think it's worth it for job seekers to explore other options and open their mind, be more flexible, and consider changing industries if need be. In my own career, every move that I've made, always by design, I've chosen to go to a new industry. It allows me to start fresh, start motivated. It allows me to learn new things always. And it allows me, and this is important, it allows me to bring in new things to the company that they haven't seen before, only because I've seen them in other industries. So I think that's something that to keep in mind. Okay, sometimes people are stuck in there. Okay, I'm in my lane, in my industry. I have I know all the products. I know the competitors. I know the clients. Yes, but keep the option open for looking outside the industry. One more thing that I can tell you is very important for me is commitment. Meaning, especially if you are going to end up in a small or medium enterprise, it's very damaging for the organization to have turnover. A lot of productivity is lost. A lot of time and energy is employed in replacing an employee. So if you can show commitment and loyalty and stay for the long term, definitely that's something that companies appreciate. And I know it's not a trend. I see the resumes and there's changes every 2 years. That's something that honestly scares me because it's a big investment to train a new employee, especially when you're talking about a product that's complicated or an industry that's complex. It takes maybe a year sometimes to bring somebody up to speed, and then see them go 2 months later. Not a good investment. um, Coachability. We need people who are humble enough and open-minded enough that they understand that they need to be coached and trained into the new company and then into the culture and into the ways of working, into the strategy of the new company. So I think those three things are very important. And actually, last night I was talking to a young professional who had just graduated from his MBA, right? And he was asking me similar questions. And I told him, look, if you're going to go work for a small company, maybe a family owned company, the number one thing that the management and the owner will appreciate and will value is if they see you um, treat the company like if it was your own company, like if you were the owner. Because then for them, it will not be like your family, but it'll be like, okay, we can trust this person. We can give him more responsibility. We can give him leeway. That's definitely helped me a lot in my career in all the different industries. So definitely something to keep in mind, Manal.
Okay, all those were wonderful tips, and I think specifically, you highlighted the distinction between growth mindset and fixed mindset, and how growth mindset, you need to understand that you're not perfect. You need to understand that there's always room for
Yes.
improvement and learning, and how you, if you go into a new industry, you might have to learn new skills. But then I think the attitude that you have towards that is something that's so important, because it either makes or breaks your career. Because if you're willing to learn, you're more likely to adapt to the culture, to the organization, and succeed in your role. So thank you so much for sharing that, Miquel. But other than that, Miquel, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure having you as a guest, learning so much about you, your wonderful company, and just the culture that it is. I think your company is doing really well, because people are constantly still working with your company over the long period of time, especially when a lot of people are changing their jobs. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your wonderful insights.
Thank you, Manal. It was my pleasure. I appreciate it.